What's up, everybody? Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in with another. I'm actually about to go do this I have one new property I gotta go do. I'm a bit, well, I tell you. Listen, you cannot do business with everybody. You just can't. You can't do business with everybody. I'm in my wife's truck because my truck is in the shop. Look, I want to show y'all something. Y'all see that right there? That's a classic. Do not buy a classic unless you just got plenty of money. I don't have plenty of money. That's why I'm telling you don't buy one unless you got plenty of money. But anyway, look, in business, it's things you need when you are in business. To run a successful business, I'm not running a successful business. I am running an okay business. I'm trying to get my business successful. Again, I don't run a successful business. I'm trying to get it to where it's successful. I run an okay business. And in business, here's the few things that is a must-have for the type of work that I do. If you're running machines and equipment, these are the things you are going to need. The most important thing you will need is well, guess what? All of these are important. I'm not going to say the most important or this or that. All of them is important. One of the things you need is a CPA, because at the end of the year, you will thank your CPA for saving you money on taxes and things of this nature, blah, 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 blah. If you don't know how to do these things yourself. Like I say, I pretty much taught myself on how to do taxes. I read maybe like 4 or 5 books. Every year the law changes, so you have to stay on top of your game. But eventually I will have a CPA, because it's gonna come to a point I'm not gonna have time to do any of that anymore. Yeah, I know the parking assist blocked. Another thing that you need a good dealer when it comes down to your equipment. I secured a good dealer. You need a good mechanic when it comes down to working on your equipment. So you have 2 types of mechanics. You have the guy that work out of his house, and you have the guy that work out of the shop. And you can't pin one towards the other, because both can do an awesome job. But if you're looking to go the cheapest route, don't do that. Spend the money up front, be done with it. For my business, when you run an equipment, your truck has to stay on the road. So you will need an awesome auto mechanic. The mechanic I have been using, I can't go out there, this thing. Boy, you cannot pull with this. You cannot pull with this. And I'm getting to that. Another thing you will need is an awesome auto mechanic, because you do not have time to be down. Well, that's why you need to have 2 trucks. Man, look, I'm getting to that too. Boy, you feel this thing. This thing is not supposed to be pulling this. Yeah, boy, look. See, I don't mind using my wife's truck to go to work, but the only thing it does is it shuts her day down. Hey, whatever you got to cancel. I got to go to work. It shuts her day down, and this truck isn't made for this. It really isn't. So anyway, back to what I was saying. You need an awesome auto mechanic to be able to work on your equipment. It's a guy I know out of Texas. He's a young guy. He started his own mechanic business, and he became successful because he works overnight. And what I mean by that, in Texas, you got a lot of guys that have their own welding rig, and their truck is their bread and butter, because if they can't get to the job, they can't get to work. And he's on TikTok. I'm gonna try to find the guy and post it. What he does, like a lot of those guys work 12-hour shifts. It can be 6 in the morning, 6 at night, or 6 at night, 6 in the morning. But what he does is, hey, you get off work 6 o'clock, bring me your truck 7 p.m. and 3 o'clock in the morning, come get it, I'm done. And he shows videos where what he's doing on them, what he's changing on them. And when them guys pull up, they bringing them a stack of money, because time, you cannot get time back. See, those guys can't afford for their truck to be in the shop 5 days. You done lost all kind of money, because they get paid by the hour and they make big money. So I don't have time for a $700-800 part or $700-800 job to be stopping $4,000-5,000. So what those guys do, hey, whatever it is, double it. Like if it's a $600 job, they give him $1,200, because he's saving them so much. A lot of people don't agree with that, but that's how I like to do business. Okay. Goes back till now. I understand. Look, if you can't do something, tell me you can't do something, and I can find somebody who can do something, right? Now, I understand faking it till you make it. I'm a line man. All right. You're not born knowing everything. You're born by learning, hustling, and trying and failing. Right. Okay. I know you need a backup truck. Okay. Now, here's what people argue with me over this. Some guys say, man, just buy a brand new truck and be done with it. And I'm about to tear that theory down right here. I am in lawn care and landscaping. I don't need a $50,000, $40,000 truck to get the job done. And here's their argument when I tell them that. Well, if you buy a used truck with 100,000 miles, at some point it's gonna start breaking down. And I understand that, because they do. They do. When your truck get up to 100,000 miles, you fixing this normally about 150 to 160,000. You about to start having problems. And it's not major problems, it's small problems, but I'm about to show y'all something. If you buy a brand new truck, let's say today, I'll be like, you know what, I'm tired of dealing with this. I go down to Ford, give me a brand new F-250. Now, I was online last night looking at trucks. Listen, in my area, if I buy a truck, it's gonna be 4-wheel drive. Ain't no way, I'm not buying a truck that's not 4-wheel drive. Well, you don't need 4-wheel drive. Yeah, but when you need it, you need it. And you'll have some people argue, well, I never needed 4-wheel drive. Well, hey, I guess we just drive different. But anyway, and I want a 4-wheel drive, because when I go to the dump, I don't want you to use your bucket and push up on my trailer truck. No, I'm gonna lock it in 4 and get on out of here. Now, what was I saying? If you want a 4-wheel drive used truck, it don't matter if it's $1,500 or $2,500. Everybody know you're gonna pay more for a 250 more than a 150. I was looking at F-150 used 4-wheel drive trucks. Now, the trucks with 100,000 miles, 120,000, 130,000 miles, they want 20,000, 20 to 25,000 for 100,000 mile, 120,000 mile 4-wheel drive truck. And this is a plain Jane. This ain't no Lariat Platinum. This plain Jane truck. All right, well, you want something with a little bit more miles. Okay, you go get something with 60, 70,000 miles. Okay, now we had 30, 35,000. And it's ridiculous. Okay, we run that by a brand new one. We have 48, between 43 and 48,000. It's the F-150s. We not singing and dancing with the 250s. I was online at work all night. The best deal I found was a crew cab F-150, brand new, 36,000. Wasn't a 4-wheel drive though. Now, I'm not about to spend no $40,000 and $50,000 on a truck just to cut grass in. But you can't look at it like that. It's not to cut grass in, it's to provide. If this is your main source of income, your truck, you need to walk outside every day and turn the key, right? So, yeah, I get it when people go buy brand new trucks, but guess what? In 8 years, you're going to be in the predicament I'm in right now, putting that thing in the shop. Because at some point, you're going to run up 150,000 miles on that truck. So, all right, then it goes back. Now, the predicament I'm in now with the truck, all right? Now, like I told y'all before, the mechanic I've been using since I was 16 years old, he's getting out the game. His brother has sold his shop, and he's getting ready to sell his shop, which means you got to find another mechanic. I get that. You done paid your dues. You done paid everything off. Your retirement stacked up. Hey, get out the game. You done well. So now that leads me to, okay, I need to find another mechanic, right? Now, looking for a mechanic, that's one thing, all right? What I really want to find is a young guy around the same age that's building his business. Somebody I can do this. Hey, Tony. Yeah, my truck acting a little funny. Yeah, swing by my house tomorrow when I get off work and check it out, and just give me your hourly rate from leaving your house to coming and looking at my truck to making it back to your house. I'm paying you for your time just to look at it. All right, no problem, Gil. Okay. He come, drive the truck, look at the truck, bring it back. First thing you ask me, Gip, is it drivable? Yeah, it's drivable. I can go to work tomorrow. All right, look, I done drove it. This is what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna come look at it, blah, blah. Then he coming back, hey, look, this is what we need. You need another radiator and a starter. Go ahead and use the truck tomorrow. I'm gonna go get the part. And when you get off or whenever you wanna bring it to me, it's literally gonna take me 4 hours. If it take longer, I'll let you know. All right? I would shut down one day of production to bring him my truck so he can fix it so I can be back on the road. And I'm going to pay him whatever he wants because he is saving me time and money. All right. Now, the mechanic that has my truck now, he's had my truck 5 days. I told this man at the door what my situation. Man, look, this is the only truck I have. This is how I run my business. I need my truck. Can I set up an appointment? Because on the phone, you sold me a dream, sir. Because on the phone, told you what my truck was doing. Oh, we do this all the time. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. Get you my truck. Wednesday, don't hear nothing. Thursday, don't hear nothing. Friday, don't hear nothing. You close Saturday, Sunday. It's Monday morning now. I'm not one to bug a man when you are a professional. You have your own shop. You have Google reviews. And this is what you do for a living. This is how you provide for your family. So when I do talk to you, oh man, we think it's this. I'm gonna go get a part Monday and I'm gonna try that. If it worked, then that'll be it. Oh man, hold up. So now you don't know what it is. I get it, finding things will be tricky, but at least tell me, hey man, look, come get it over the weekend, bring it back to me. Bro, all right, now we 5 days in. Matt, now, I pushed all of my work off until March the 1st. We have literally 2 weeks until March. So I can see, I'm prepared to handle things like this because I know everybody don't handle business the same. And I'm not upset or anything like that. I just understand how people handle business now. This is a whole nother generation. This is not the generation we grew up with our parents. So, that classic truck I showed y'all, all right, I got a guy. Hey man, I can do this, that, and the other. All right, how long did it take you to do that? 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into 8 months. Now, what I was getting done to that truck, it had a 350 motor in it, all right? I'm so sick of looking at that truck, it's unreal. I had a 350 motor in the truck. All right, the truck was running fine, but you have a lot of carburetor problems with a carbureted engine truck. You be riding down the highway and the truck will lose power. I've had a new carburetor put on it. Tuning those carburetors is a headache from what I hear from a lot of mechanics. I'm not a mechanic. I said, you know what? I could just kind of get this truck running good, and this will be my backup truck for when my truck goes down because I really don't have the money to be financing a new vehicle right now. So that was the plan. Talk to a guy. Yeah, man, look, this is what I'm gonna need. This is what I'm gonna need, man. I can pull that motor out, drop your new motor in. I said, well, man, why you doing that? Go ahead and hook me some AC up. All right, I can get all that done for this amount of price, right? Now, if I'm paying you to do a job, I'm not complaining about your price on how you do it, on what you charge. I'm gonna pay you what you want. You had some family issues come up, that's not my problem. If I take a client's money for a project and I tell them I got to go to a funeral, they don't want to hear that. They want the product. They want the product. All right, so you got all this family stuff going on in your life. I'm not going to put that on the internet. Because, see, if you're a man of your word, you will stand by your word. And like I say, this type of stuff, you just kind of let it go because it is what it is. Well, anyway, you fast forward 8 months, I'm still left with, my truck is in worse shape than when I brought it to you. Screw that, put my stuff on the flatbed and get it out of here, right? That's where I'm at now. That's why you see it sitting in front of my house. All right, now, that's fixing to get up out of here shortly. All right, I got another guy, told him the situation. He said, man, look, I can fix all that, man. Just give me time to get over there and look at it, and I'm going to give him a price, and we'll go from there. He said, and he's got a good reputation around town for doing the kind of work that I need. You don't know what you don't know. Like, I didn't know about this guy before I used this other guy. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm not used to all these guys because I've been using one mechanic for years and he's retiring, getting out of the game. So you don't know what you don't know. But as time progresses, you will learn. So that's the situation on that truck. That's the situation on my 250. Now, I do plan on getting another truck at the end of the year. I am going to get another truck at the end of the year. Because, like I say, when you're in business, you don't have time to be dealing with none of this. And everybody will have their opinion on what it is you need to do. Listen, man, if I go buy a brand new truck, don't worry. I'm not going to call you to help me pay the note. And if I go buy an old truck, don't worry about it. Your business is not going to be slowed down because the truck is breaking down. Hold on, I got a call from a client.